Hi, SOULKATION family. I'm so excited. I have Tamara Baldwin with me today. She's an actor of television, film, and theater. She has worked for Warner Brothers, Sony, and Columbia. She was the executive producer and co-director and star of the TV web series Bubbly Brown Sugar. And her mission is to help transform the way people think about themselves and ultimately the world around them through storytelling. Welcome to the SOULKATION podcast, Tamala.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm so excited to be here.
I'm so excited to have you. I love her shirt. It's so cute. Can you tell us about growing up as a gifted child?
That is a pretty, I wasn't expecting that question, girl. So I guess, gifted child, I've always really been in the arts. I was accepted into Juilliard as a young child for the flute. And I guess being talented in your parent kind of exploring that when you live in the ghetto, it was kind of difficult, to be honest. It was difficult when I was home. They used to call me white girl, because I was out doing these things. But living my best life as a child was amazing. I was exposed to a lot of different things as, before I was even, I guess, 15 years old. So, and that was beautiful. But there was definitely this double side of like, wow, like the people in my neighborhood, the Black kids are like calling me white girl because, so I don't know, it's a struggle.
Yeah. I mean, how did they even know that you went to Juilliard?
I just wouldn't be here. I mean, it wasn't even Juilliard. I went I was bussed out of the neighborhood to go to schools. I was in dance class. They would see me come home with my little tutus and point shoes and stuff. So it was unspoken, I guess.
Yeah. It's so funny because I was speaking to Katie Temple. She's been on, I don't know how many news shows yesterday. And she was saying to be great, it's gonna shock people and you're gonna look weird. It's gonna sound weird, but being great, you can't be like everybody else.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you experienced that very, very earlier. So tell me about like going to Juilliard.
Okay, so being a younger person, I didn't really get the big deal. I was like, okay, but of course, as you get older, you learn that these things are really important, and it's one of the most famous music schools in the world. And it was good. It was beautiful. I learned, it was for the flute, and flute wasn't like my love. It wasn't like, ooh, the flute. It was something I was good at,
Right.
So it opened doors, but it was challenging to be among other players that are just as skilled, if not better than you, was difficult. So I mean, we also have these like solo performances, and if you know me, I'm not shy. I'm very comfortable on the stage. But when it came to playing that flute, I remember it like it was yesterday. My knee was like buckling. It was like I was so nervous, and it was like shaking. And I heard somebody in the audience say, "Oh my God, look at her knee shaking!" And it's like, oh God,
oh my God,
you have to perform by your damn self. So
oh my God. And why would somebody even point that out? Like, sit down. Sit down. And clearly they probably can't even, hold a tune. So it's always those people. So, I mean, you were even in a commercial when you were 12.
Yes.
So how was that? You're on TV and then you go to school and you're like, hey guys, what are you guys doing? Like, how was that?
I went to performing arts school in the city. So everyone was in that world. So it kind of wasn't a big deal.
Okay.
So like Alicia Keys went to school with me. I went to school with her. She's a little bit older than me, but Alicia Keys and I went to school together. Wow. A lot of people that are from that generation, we studied together. So it was kind of like, oh. But when I left and moved to the suburbs, that was when it became a big thing. And it was kind of like, I don't know. I didn't like that kind of attention, so to speak. I like to do it because it was fun. It's what I did. And so people like noticing it and making a big deal. I was like, oh,
uncomfortable.
Yeah, uncomfortable. There we go. Yeah.
Yeah. So how did that merge with you going into digital advertising, I mean, you've been able to meet Justin Timberlake, 50 Cent, Mandy Moore, Snoop Dogg. Like, how did going into digital advertising line up with you acting?
So I think because I didn't go to performing arts school all the way through high school, there was I don't know what happened when I got to college. I was like, oh, I'm gonna stop performing, even though I've been doing it my entire life, and I'm gonna go behind the scenes and study business. And it was definitely out of fear. It was out of like, oh, I have to be secure, I have to be safe and get a degree in something that is practical.
Yeah.
And so that's pretty much where I began to go behind the scenes and work in advertising and business. And I was actually living in San Diego at the time.
Ooh.
Yes, working. I love San Diego. Shout out to San Diego.
Yes, let me know when you're in town, honey. We can go to lunch.
Oh, I love San Diego. And so I remember I would go out and I'll be by myself at the park or at some drum circle or just like chilling by myself. And random people on multiple occasions would say, you're supposed to be performing, or you're a singer, or you're supposed to be doing this. And I'm like, you don't make sense.
They just saw the light sitting over you.
And it was God trying to get me to like get on track of what I'm supposed to be doing. And I wasn't listening. And sure enough, like probably a year or two later of all these signs coming, my car engine exploded. I got laid off from my job. I was singing like in a backup in a band. They were like, oh, we're going to do other things. And I was like, fine, God, I get it.
Fine, I hear you.
Yes. And that pretty much has pushed me into acting, and understanding both parts of the world, I think is really helpful.
Yes, because it seems like everything in your life always lined you up for where you are right now. Despite if you want to be there or not, it was purpose for you.
That is true. And something I really had to get over was like, what if I had gone to school for dance or theater or vocal, where would I be? But everything is happening for a reason. I got to trust it,
Definitely. So did you do the advertising and acting at the same time?
Nope.
Oh, you cut acting.
Yeah, I was like had the 9 to 5 in the job, just wasn't even thinking about it really. I was like, I wanted that, apartment, that lifestyle that we're used to. So I wasn't thinking about performing. But when everything was taken away from me, that gave me that illusion of security. I was like, that spark was reborn. I was like, I'm still, single, without children. I can try it. And I just took that leap of faith and dove all the way in.
And what does that mean? What does it mean to dive all the way in?
I did not go back to corporate America. I haven't had a 9 to 5 job since.
Okay.
I've been freelancing. I've waited tables. I've done everything so that I can somehow balance my artistic dreams as well as, having food on the table.
Yes, because it's important to have a couple lights on every now and then. Yeah. Okay.
So gotta get the heat,
Yes. Since you are at NYC, for the people who are, let's say, where would you suggest actors to live anyway? What do you think are the hot spots for those who want to get into the acting world?
I think it depends on your focus. So if you want to go into theater, definitely New York is the place to be. Okay. And a decade ago, I would say to go to LA if you want to get into film. But there are other smaller markets that are emerging, like Atlanta. Mm-hmm. They're shooting so much stuff down there. Even though I've heard that a lot of the casting directors go to LA and go to New York to find people, I know plenty of New York artists that are moving down to Atlanta to get more film opportunities. So yeah, I would say Atlanta because I think it's not as saturated right now.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I was thinking like, when Tyler Perry bought that base, I was like, oh yeah, clearly, Atlanta's about to be a hot spot.
Yeah.
Okay, so you would suggest that. So what about, let's say you're talking to the younger version of yourself or someone that's older, let's say 25 and 50. Both of them want to be actresses and one feels like she's too young because she should have been took classes. One feels like she's too old. She's just going to stay in accounting, honey. So what would you suggest that they did, if they want to get into that world?
I would say don't quit your 9 to 5 job, like definitely do little things, do community theater, get some credits, do some student films, and those are pretty, short, those kind of projects where you don't have to necessarily give up your entire life for them, but it shows that you're bookable and that you're working. So community theater, student films, and get in some acting classes. Definitely start building relationships with people. I think that's really important. And sometimes creatives, especially actors, don't always think about that. We don't think about we have to have relationships. Like in business, it's all about who you know, right?
Yeah.
Same thing with acting. You have to foster those relationships within that community.
So what do you mean by credits? What does that mean for us non-actors?
Like on your resume. Oh, not to get
Okay.
on your resume, it shows that, I did this show in California. So just all of your experience.
Okay. So like a resume for acting.
Yeah.
Like clearly somebody has, thought your acting skills were great and they called you to do this. So community theater, is that like stage plays in a city or what?
Yeah, it could be, it's usually with theater, the way it's broken down, it's broken down by the size of the seats sometimes, well, in New York anyway. So community theater means you're not really affiliated with the union, just to keep things simple. And anybody can pretty much audition for it. It's a good place to get started when it comes to getting your foot in the door. Yeah.
So basically don't give up on your dreams. It doesn't matter like the age.
No age, especially when it comes to storytelling, art reflects life, right? And so there'll always be someone someone has to be someone's mama or grandma, so there's no limit. All that is in our head, to be honest.
That's so true. And those usually are the best roles. Like,
yeah, they have depth to them,
Yeah. And it's like, dang, she telling the truth. Like, that is so good. So that's what you suggest them starting on. So what would you say to an entrepreneur who wants to move to California, wants to move to New York, wants to move to Atlanta, and everybody in their family is like, you can't do it. Like, why are you doing it now? What would you say to them?
You better go live your life.
Yeah.
We only have a limited time here on this earth.
Yeah.
So you don't want to like transcend or ascend and be like, damn, I didn't use any of the gifts that I was given because of people that are outside of me, of outside influences. Yeah. So I'd say just do it and live your life and think about that. Think about, the end of the journey, of the process. Yeah. Did you act out of love or did you act out of fear?
That's good, Tamala. That's good. So tell me, what do you mean about the storytelling? Like your impact that you want to leave? What do you mean by?
Oh, yes. Yeah. So a lot of people like to provoke change through, activism or through coaching. I personally want to create stories that make you think and help you elevate your perception or your consciousness. That's what I want to do. I think that the media is a powerful platform to provoke change. And so what I want to do, my contribution is to help create stories that make you go, and hopefully make you be better.
Yeah, I like it. So is that through writing or is it through a phone consultation? How does that happen with you?
It's primarily right now that I'm focusing on is through film production. So writing, mostly my writing. I love to write.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have a book?
I do have a book.
Okay. You got to tell the SOULKATION podcast about it. So what is the name of your book?
It's called Limitless Impossibility. And it's basically a twofold. It's about, how to get your mind right to living your purpose. And then I give practical tips on how to get started. Like how to get a website, how to get a domain name, how to, those kind of things to start marketing yourself.
Definitely. A lot of people that listen to the podcast are 9-to-5ers who have full-time entrepreneurship jobs too,
Yeah.
So for those people, what would you suggest them starting with first? Like, let's say they're trying to get their foot, with being an entrepreneur. What would you suggest that they do?
They're trying to become an entrepreneur?
Yeah.
Find a mentor. I would also to start building your email list. So think about your free offer. So let's say you're an accountant, and you want to maybe go into practice for yourself. Think about something that you can give away for free. Like, I don't know, 100 tips to, saving money.
Yeah.
Get away for free and promote it online. And then you'll have a database of people that you can eventually upsell to. when you're ready.
Mm.
So it's about building, I think, a tribe or community
Yeah.
of folks that already kind of been like, oh, she seems cool, I vibe with her.
Right. I like it.
That's my opinion.
I agree. I think that's a shoe in.
Yeah. And you still have your 5 job, you know, it's like kind of minimal, you know.
Yeah.
Building your database of like hundreds of people.
Yeah. I love it, Tamala. Okay, so we're gonna do rapid soul questions. So the first thing that comes to your mind. So name a person that you think is really funny.
Ooh, Kevin Hart.
Really? Have you met him?
No.
Okay. I mean, I know you're in that world, so.
No, I think Bernie Mac is also really funny too. Oh, he's the best.
I know. Sad.
Yeah.
What was the last song you listened to?
Ooh, Ariana Grande, Thank You Next.
Listen, that girl, she wrote that song for us, okay?
Right?
I was like, yes.
Right?
Next, literally next. Yes. But thank you, because I appreciate every lesson. Like, yes. I really do appreciate that from you. And I've learned something from every ex-babe, whatever. You know, help me grow. So what dessert can't you live without?
Banana pudding.
Really? The cold one or the hot one? You know, there is a hot one.
If you put it in the refrigerator, I usually warm it up myself. I don't know if there was a hot one. I just take it. I can't have it like ice cold. I have to warm it up.
Right. Weird like that. Me too. I even I heat up my salad just a little bit because I don't like it cold on my teeth. Is that weird?
Okay. No, I mean a little bit, but it's fine.
She said just a little bit. I love it. What trait do you like the most about yourself?
That I have the propensity to feel extreme joy and love. I love that.
That's good.
Yeah.
What is one product that you must use every day besides your phone?
My computer. Does that count?
Listen, best friends, okay?
Yes.
If you could go to dinner with anyone, who would it be?
Living or alive? I mean, or past?
Yeah.
That's a good question. Initially, I thought, Oprah, only because I'm like in this business mindset right now. I'm like trying to get, relationships, and she like helps everybody. So Oprah, maybe Issa Rae.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oprah and Issa Rae. That's a good dinner. Okay.
Yeah.
What's one book you believe everyone should read?
Ideals Made Real by Christian D. Larson.
Ideas.
You can get it for free because it's mad old.
Okay. I wonder if it's on YouTube, the audio version. There's so many.
I don't know. Oh, you did see it? I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I have to look.
I don't think so. It's really, really, really old. Like it's like from the 1800s, I believe. So like, I don't know if it's the audio.
Okay. Ideas are real?
Ideals Made Real by Christian D. Larson.
Okay. Got it. So what are you looking to do next, and how can the SOULKATION community support you?
So right now I'm in post-production for my film Bubbly Brown Sugar. And we are having an event coming up. And if you can't make the event, maybe come to our red carpet. But basically, we're trying to raise funds to cover post-production costs because it's mad expensive. So follow us at bubblyBrownSugar.com to find out ways that you can engage with us. If you want to make a donation, you can come to one of our parties, which, a ticket price counts as a donation. So just give us some love.
Everybody in New York, you already know where you should be.
Yeah.
Perfect. Make sure you all share this episode with your friends. Make sure you leave a review and comment. We're going to put Tamala's information, her book information, and as well as the link to the event. Can we do that?
Yes.
Yeah. We're going to share all of that in the show notes. So I will talk to you all very soon. Thank you all for listening. Bye.